so much culture far away from the country we call home. The graceful archway of historic landmarks and the breathtaking views from the shores of the Antilles, France will stun even the most experienced traveler. A short plane ride across the Atlantic Ocean, landing in the City of Love, our guest was awed by the breathtaking sights, sound, and vibrant colors. Today's guest will talk about these incredible views and share how the time she spent traveling through the cities and countryside of France has impacted her to capture the moments throughout various mediums, as well as her time with this U.S. figure skating team. The Humanities Mass Communication Department at NCC presents New Directors, the show that introduces you to television's future writers, directors, and personalities. And now join our host, Paul Landy, to meet the next new director.
Thank you for joining us for today's edition of the New Directors. All the people involved in this program are students in the television production course and are directing, switching, controlling audio, operating cameras, and acting as talent for the first time today. The guests you will meet on this show are students who, when not on camera, are behind the scenes working hard to bring this program to you with as few mistakes as possible. Each student has written and directed 4 different productions. This program will give the chance to talk about themselves and the productions they've created, and give you the chance to get to know them and enjoy some of the work they've done during the semester, and watch their progress. Our guest today is a world traveler and a former 2-time ISU Grand Prix champion. Over her career, she has been able to travel extensively throughout Europe to embrace the culture, agriculture, and beautiful views. We would like you to meet today's guest, Tori Rosenblum.
Hi, how are you?
Good, you?
Great, thanks.
Good. So we know you had the opportunity to travel to Europe and spent quite an extensive time there. Can you tell us about the things that you saw and experienced over the course of this trip?
So in the summer of 2017, I had the opportunity to go to Europe and spend some time in France as a ISU figure skater. And while I was there, I saw so many beautiful and amazing things that I probably will never see again. Such as like the bustling markets, the beautiful oh the beautiful architecture, and on the second day I got to visit Cannes. And the water was crystal clear, and the sunset skies were bright and full of pink and oranges and blues. It was fun. After that, it was time for my competition. Unfortunately, I did not end up placing, but it didn't stop me from enjoying my time in France.
Oh, it's pretty cool, actually.
Thank you. The sights and sounds were overwhelming, and it was everything that I had imagined. The people in France are super friendly and patient with me, since my French was a little rustic. The architecture, the bustling cities, I saw the Louvre and the Eiffel Tower, and I enjoyed my time in France. We went to an opera, and the place I was staying had a magnificent statue in the front with lovely arches. And every night we got to watch the sunsets, and they were the most stunning thing I've ever seen. The most vibrant colored photographs that I've ever taken. And I did spend some time in an art gallery where this was posted on the wall. It's actually gigantic chalk. Pastel chalks, and I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, this is one of the statues that was outside, and it's really famous, actually. It's actually a copy from one of France's most famous museums. So.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sounds like a pretty exciting trip, actually.
Yeah, absolutely.
So can you tell me a little bit about what made you want to take this course, and what were you most looking forward to when taking it?
Well, there are many reasons why I wanted to take the course, including my interest from behind the scenes work of major TV productions, and how they were created and what that might entail, and how this information could be used in my own personal career as I follow my communications major. And I definitely think that this course not only can help me appreciate major TV production, but can also guide me towards the direction of how TV and film and different aspects of TV can bring us towards different technology uses such as AI, advertising, small businesses, especially the social media impact,
Okay, yeah. So throughout this course, I'm sure you learned a lot. What are some of the most valuable things that you feel that you learned?
Some of the most valuable things that I definitely think I learned was not only using a camera, but also using a shot sheet and field shot sheet, how to edit films and using the decision list when deciding what you want to put into your edited and final project. And throughout the course, we learned how to use a camera and capture a shot so that it would be a seamless timeline of events, such as using close-ups, fast cutting on action, using lighting and depth of field to create a sense of space and the tone of a scene. I also learned to use cutaways, and definitely the Avid editing system was a big part of it, because without it you can't make a completed project. So I definitely learned how to use that, and how to add music and SFX to build tension, create emotion. So yeah, I definitely think all of those things combined brought me to the place I am today.
Well, okay. So we heard about the most valuable things. Can you tell us a little bit about the 4 projects you created in this class?
Absolutely. Let's take a look. So my first project that I started out with this semester was my student studies project, and I asked a classmate to be my actor, and we decided to go off of the provided script, which, although this project wasn't in itself perfect, I did use the opportunity to get familiar with camera settings and use white balance adjustments and setting focus. My second project was Cup of Tea, and I asked my boyfriend to assist me as his actor. I created a storyboard, drew a diagram, and used camera placements and drew a 180-degree line. When I was shooting, I was cutting on the action to keep the story moving, as well as close-ups to convey emotion. I also used the rule of thirds to keep the character shots in an interesting position, as well as leaving headroom and looking space. For my third project, I walked around my neighborhood and began to capture lines and colors from the nature around me. I wasn't supposed to pan the camera throughout all the shots, but I found it a little boring that the shots weren't had a lot of action in them. And for my fourth project, I did the orange project, and I used cutting on action again with these, and the script was the orange attacks, but unfortunately it makes an elusive escape, and he's hunting for his elusive orange for a reward. Fortunately, having taken many cutaways and rehearsal time and communication as director, I was able to bring the story to the editing room to make a project that I'm proud of.
So, out of those 4 projects, would you say that one was your favorite? And can you tell us about what made it so special to you that it'd make it your favorite?
Sure. I think my best project had to be Cup of Tea. If you take a look, it shows off the most of my skills throughout the class. You can see the cutting on the action, the cups comes out of the cabinet, and also the usage of lighting to set the tone. I began to really understand the point of the paperwork beforehand when I was filming, and some of the best shots in the project were right here, technically done.
That was really interesting, and I mean it. Yeah. So, in this episode of the New Directors Program, we had the pleasure of meeting someone who has a deep appreciation for the culture of European setting. As a new TV director, she hopes to apply what she has learned here at NCC to further her education and appreciation for the hard work of the cinematic world behind the scenes. She also plans to use the new knowledge from TV1 to expand her future and upcoming local business through the new wave of technology. We would like to thank Tori Rosenblum for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
It was a pleasure. We hope you enjoyed meeting one of television's future directors, and we hope you will continue to join us each week to watch our progress. Thank you, and have a great day.
This has been New Directors with your host Paul Landy, directed by Richard Vargas. I'm your announcer Connor Stevenson. The New Directors is a Nora Community College student production.